Gonna turn it off now.
Yeah, I had a few issues with it too. Alright, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So, you've travelled pretty far across the lands of the sweeping hills in the north in search of the town of Hookpike. After a night's rest in the heart of the Silver March Hills, you found yourself coming across some mysterious etchings that were carved into the bark of a tree that were sort of threatening you and threatening followers of Helm. It appeared to be like some sort of dark and foreboding message.
Fuck off.
That was the gist of
Yep.
it. You then made your way up along the River Serban to find yourselves on the banks of an enchanted bridge with a statue of a sinister elf which required you to perform an evil act in order to cross the bridge, for it to be reconstructed and for you to cross it. Cromnar inflicted painful wounds on Pozu after a few failed attempts from Pozu trying to strike other members of the party, and this seemingly pleased the statue, and you managed to cross onto the opposite side with only one of you being wounded. Nesbar then promptly destroyed the statue, or at least smashed its face in with Shatterspike, causing the bridge to once again collapse as you continued your travel. You then navigated your way up the River Serban, or toward the River Serban, and you found a lonely campsite with a friendly bard named Rin. He listened to a few tales that you had to tell, and told a few of his own before you all settled in, and had a pretty peaceful night's sleep. In fact, most of your travel over this period has been relatively peaceful. It's quite a nice area to travel in. You've seen some beautiful greenery, some nice birds. You haven't been attacked all that much. The only disturbance you really came across was that night, early in the morning, when Pozu heard a large splash in the water. And then Rin told you some tales of sea devils recently seen in the waters of the area. So...
I've got Hugan written here.
You've got what?
Hugan? Hugan.
So Hugan. Yeah, so you inquired about the what a sea devil was, what that meant.
Yeah.
And he gave you the other name for the sea devils, which was Sahugan.
Ah, that was okay. That was a sea devil.
Sahuagin.
Oh. I just wrote it down as Hugan.
It's a tricky one.
What was it?
Sahuagin. Doesn't really matter.
Okay. Yep.
Drakon, I'm not sure if you got the link for Watch Together, but it should just be...
Okay, yep, up here, found it.
Yeah, you got it, cool.
Thank you.
So you continue your expedition now. You're just about to reach the outskirts of your destination, the small hamlet of Hookpike. You're currently now probably about 200 feet from the village itself.
Did we have a long rest?
You did, yeah. You slept along the riverside with Rin. So if you haven't checked that off, you can go ahead and do that now.
Oh, let's have a look. Long rest. I'll just take that slide out. That should get me. Yep.
So currently about 200 feet away from the village itself, you can see it in the not too far distance. There's currently a few scattered farmhouses on either side of you. And just in the distance you can see a large ship that's leaving the docks of the town, or what appear to be the docks, and it's now heading south back in the direction that you travelled from. What would you like to do?
Where are we? Hookpike.
You're sort of on the outskirts of Hookpike.
Do you reckon I should... who will we get? We're going to see Harkle, won't we? Do you reckon I should call Harkle on this, see where she is?
Yep.
Or I get out the stone and I rub it. And I'll look at it. Wait for it to do something. Harkle, hello.
Is that your message that you're sending?
No. Do I just speak into it?
Well, I believe you activated it yesterday, and you either have the one that has the picture of the moon on it or the picture of the harp. I believe you have the picture of the harp.
Yeah.
So I guess you could rub it, and it sort of gives like a mystical sound out, like a harp being strummed as you sort of rub it, and then hold it.
Nice.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Okay. We got 25, haven't I?
Words or less.
Harkle. We're in Hook Pike. Are you? We are in Hook Pike.
Doesn't have to be exactly 25 words.
Don't, because you make me count now.
It just doesn't send if it's not 25 words.
Pozu, my friend, I'm just currently north of the town. I'm heading back after some travel. I can meet you maybe a little bit after lunch.
Okay.
Still at the Blue Firewater.
The Blue Firewater. She said, it's like, I can hear it like in my head, kind of. It's not,
It's like a message that comes across. So like if you had the stone in your pocket and someone sent you a message, you'd hear the tingle, and then it's like listening to a pager or a beeper.
So, like, would we hear the
you're
same?
listening. I thought if you just had it, you spoke it, and the other person heard it like telepathy. That's how I imagined it.
Yeah,
To
same.
replay the message, press 2. Delete the message, press 5.
To read the message, throw the stone into the water.
Cast sending spell. So let me just find out what the sending spell actually does. Here, familiar with. It's a brief message of 25 words. If the recipient already knew that they recognise. So it's just a message. It doesn't necessarily say that it's telepathic. I consider it to be like a message that's spoken and heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't really do anything stealth with it, then, can you?
Not particularly, no.
Okay. Fair enough. So I say to the guys, they heard it. You heard her. After lunch, we shall... Oh, maybe... Did she say after lunch? Yeah, after lunch.
Yeah, smoking.
Let's head to the blue lights? Where?
Black water?
Blue water.
Blue water.
Not yet.
That's not yet.
I've said
It's
this
like
name at least a dozen times. I would.
I don't reckon you've said it. I reckon you wouldn't have said it 10.
The Blue Firewater.
Blue Firewater. In my head, I'm hearing Blue Water Circle, but that's a road Cape.
That's in Cape.
Yeah. Blue Firewater. Maybe we'll head there for lunch. Should we go have a look about town and see what's cracking?
Yeah.
Crack-a-lackin'?
So
We'd be hungry, wouldn't we?
you continue towards town.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Away from the Sea Devils.
Alright, so you're starting to get closer now, and sort of up ahead, you're starting to see a bit more signs of life. You see a young woman who's walking with two small children. She doesn't seem to notice you, but the children certainly do. They're looking in your direction and sort of pointing and laughing at this curious group that have arrived into town. And they sort of toss some fishing rods over their shoulder and then head off towards the docks. You can start to faintly smell a bit of fish in the air as you move a bit closer to the village. And you're noticing like a few small rickety stilted houses and shops that are lined either side of a wooden road leading eastward towards the docks. There's dappled light which is reaching through thatch roofs and glistens off the river through the other side of town.
Okay.
So I'd say you've moved to about here now.
I not at the kids. What do we need?
Vision.
What do we need to get?
We need to get...
Is it early morning?
10:30.
We've got till lunch.
Smoker at the moment. Right on the dot. 10:30.
I don't think we have like.
Do we have to do anything here?
No,
No, we
like,
just
we're
have to see
leaving-
Arkle.
Yeah.
That was all we had to do. I got charcoal tree, tomb of Daedral.
Maybe we should just go talk to someone.
Should
I was
we
going to say, can't we just head into town and see what's what?
Yeah, let's go into. Is there a
If there's any
marketplace?
friendly looking places.
Is there a square or anything? Any like
It's
market?
only a small town, isn't it?
So are you going to continue to move through into towards the docks? And
Yes.
I'll get you to make or whoever wants to make perception checks.
Any volunteers?
Cromnar kills it. Cromnar straight up. And Posey with an acrobatics.
No, I was just testing beyond 20.
new
Okay.
update? It'll be on 20.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you see a few good. So in the town here, I'm not sure how far zoomed out you guys are, but just here you can see that there appears to be a blacksmith. There's a sign out the front that's sort of swinging in the slight breeze. Looks like a picture of an anchor with a sword that's pointing straight down as a middle piton, and it says salted steel.
Cool.
There's what appears to be a potion shop on the left hand side, so just here opposite the salted steel, with another sign on it with like a flask that's turned upside down with a drip coming out of it that says the soggy flask.
Soggy flask. Gotta get me some of that.
And I'll say that you guys move in towards the docks.
Was there anyone about the docks?
Yeah, so that smell of fish that you could smell when you were just on the outskirts of town becomes very much stronger now as you get near the edge of the harbour. You can hear merchants calling out from various stalls, and there's like fish, squid, and all manner of sort of river beasts that are spread across the dock, like hanging from hooks. They're packed into crates and they're being hoisted onto boats.
Oh, cool.
In this area. The docks are spread out over a span of about 350 feet north to south, and you can see two piers at either edge, leading to about 50 feet into the River Serban.
The River Serban. So I've been here before, just on the docks. I haven't been really into town.
You've mostly just passed through here. You haven't really needed to. It's not. It's a very much. This is sort of considered. Actually, I'll get you to roll a history check.
Okay. History.
It has been some time since you've been in this area.
5.
Bit foggy.
Yeah, a bit foggy from your memory, and that sort of tells you what you like. You know, you don't know it very well at all. You don't know the sort of area. You've never really stopped by to do too much sort of shopping in this area. People that would have shopped at your parents' place wouldn't have bought anything from here. It's like a shanty town.
They do that on purpose?
I did.
Yeah. Cheeky bugger.
I did.
What else can you see with that, Cromnar? So as you pass through a bit further to town, you can see a furniture shop called Barnacle Beds.
A furniture shop called Barnacle Bed.
Barnacle Beds.
Yeah, Barnacle Beds. And there's a town hall which just says Hook Pike Town Hall, but it appears to be empty, and it has a few boarded up windows. No one seems to be paying you too much attention. You can see the kids that you saw earlier sort of sitting with their feet hanging over the edge of the docks with their backs to you, casting their lines into the water. Sorry, Cromnar, with a 20, of course. You do now glimpse a wooden sign in the far south side that you can see that reads Blue Firewater.
Far south side, so down here somewhere.
Down here, yeah.
Where's your clickety click?
Yeah, exactly where you clicked.
Yeah, okay. And that's the Blue Firewater?
That is the Blue Firewater.
And that's an inn, is it?
To the best of your knowledge, from what you can recall from what Harkle said, yeah, it's the Blue Firewater Inn.
We should go there and see if Harkle's in yet.
We can probably have some drinks while we wait anyway.
Sounds like a good idea. I'm up for a morning ale.
We'd like to head there.
Yes, I'd like to head down to the Blue Water Circle Shining Fire Water Inn.
That's it. That's the one.
He's nailed it.
Right.
Just a sec. So you
It's a
make your way
cool
down
town map.
south. Thank you. It's a Mike Schley map for anyone watching.
Schnee!
Okay, so you walk down towards the Blue Firewater, passing a few sort of other rickety buildings on the way that don't seem to be of too much interest. You do see a few other people that are sort of sitting around, mostly merchants, a couple of other sort of people that look to be getting off boats, like moving stuff off boats onto boats. It's a bit late morning, I would say, so people are just sort of starting to get their merchant trade going. Do you want to walk into the Blue Firewater?
Yeah.
Oh, you're still here, that's fine. Okay. So this is what the interior looks like as you move in.
Oh, sick.
That's very
That's
cool.
That's a sick image.
That's a sick.
So as you walk in, there's like a grumpy lady who's sort of sweeping the floor near the entrance. As you enter, she sort of looks at you and snarls and then keeps sweeping and moves past you. It's quite warm in here. There's a crackling fire on the far wall. And you see a barman slide a drink down to a short figure sitting at the end of the bar who takes a big swig and then rests it back on the table. The barman looks up at you and sort of sees you. He pauses for a moment, gives you a nod and a smile, and continues about his business. He's sort of wiping down the bar. A few other people sort of scattered around, not particularly busy.
What? I'm going to stroll straight up to the bar and say, "Bartender, well met, sir.
Good day.
How much for an ale on this fine morning?"
It'd be just 2 silver pieces, a bit early in the morning for a drink, but that's all right.
What a judgmental bartender.
No, not, I didn't mean it like
Would you
that at
prefer
all.
us not to drink?
Not at all, not at all. Here, have some menus. And he passes you a menu. Let me just see
DM.
if you can see that. Yep.
That image you showed us of the interior of the bar,
Yes.
are we to ignore that assassin in the rafters?
You absolutely are. I hadn't even seen that until now.
Okay.
Please ignore the assassin in the rafters.
That's me.
Great perception. Well done.
That's a pisser.
Please ignore that in the image.
Okay. I'm just on high alert for something.
So sorry, yeah. Ale is just 2 copper pieces. Did you want like a flagon or?
Yeah.
Ooh,
let's
they've
sit
got a
down.
drink called the Blue Firewater.
And the cobbler's cream.
It's
That's
an
something-
interesting name. I've never heard that name before.
It's
Blue
got some
Firewater?
apples from
Yeah.
the celestial plane.
Blue
Celestial
Firewater.
plane.
I'm reading these.
I reckon we have to have a blue Firewater.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
start off
I
with
think so. When in Rome.
Y-
And I certainly don't want a cobbler's cream.
I mean, blue Firewater it.
4
Yeah.
silver and 7 copper. If you have the money, sure, why not? You'll make my bar a rowdy place. So let's have it. Let's have at
I'll
it.
take 2.
Oh, we do rowdy very well, don't we, guys?
yes, very rowdy for a lovely morning on the water.
So he pulls out a probably about a 60ml shot glass and puts it all out in front of you. Pours one liquid into it, and then as he goes, pulls out another one from underneath, pours that in top, and sort of slowly does that one as he edges it in. Strikes a match and then lights each one of them individually, and as they do, this sort of sparkle fireworks light up off of them. He steps back for a bit and yes, good luck.
It's a flaming mo.
You are ready for this. This is quite the kicker. This isn't your average drink. You guys, I hope you haven't got planned much for today. Is that?
No, we got no plans.
I ordered 2.
Only one very important meeting.
The only thing I plan on doing is drinking this blue firewater right now. I'm already halfway finished.
They're sitting in front of you. The flames die down eventually, and the sparkles disappear. And
Oh, Dragon didn't
How
even wait
big
for
is
the
it?
flame to disappear.
about 60 mil.
Okay, so Cozy just has it just a half sip.
Remember those crackle rocks that you used to get as a kid? You put them in your mouth.
Yeah.
and
Rocks?
As soon
Pop
as
rocks.
it hits your tongue, that sort of effervescent feeling just permeates throughout your entire mouth.
I just skull both.
What do you mean? Did you buy
Who's
two?
that? Yeah.
I got 2.
Okay. All right. It's going to be one of these episodes.
Before Cromner does that, because I'm just gonna skull my one, but I just took it even before the flames died down.
Okay. I'll get all of you to roll Constitution saving throws.
Con save.
All of us, even the sipper.
Even the sipper. They pack a punch.
Hang on, I'm trying to use I'm using the new dice. 12.
Nice. Physical dice?
No, on the
Oh, okay. On the app.
app.
12. Okay.
I got that one.
Both Pozu and Drakon. Oh, you rolled 5, did you? No, that's history. Sorry.
I rolled on that one.
Ew, boy.
Yeah.
So Pozu and Drakon. It's it's nice. It's bubbly. It's refreshing. It feels great. As soon as you sip it, the lights sort of go a lot brighter though, and it's almost like this room, which seemed quite dull and dimly lit before, like suddenly glows. Even the smallest sort of candle or lantern just sort of seems to be beaming in your face. Cromnar, you
Awesome, we got night vision.
you experience a similar thing, Cromnar, but also anytime you hear anyone's voice, it's like they're singing. So they've stopped speaking to you generally, and they're singing to like a tune that you can't hear. It's the wackiest thing you've ever heard, and you have no idea what's going on.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. Once more with feeling.
Do we notice that Cromner's effed up, or we too effed up ourselves too?
No one's really spoken since you've had the shot, so I don't even know if Cromnar's experienced
I'm gonna
that yet.
have the second half of the shot.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that sensation on the tongue is otherworldly. I'll say.
I'm just in
the
awe
lights
of
grow a
your
lot
voice.
brighter. You don't have to roll another con, but that was
Mike, why are you singing?
What do you mean?
You're singing everything.
He definitely isn't, Cromner.
Hang on. Why are you singing now? You're
Are you
even
okay,
your laughter
mate?
singing.
Are you all right, mate?
Can I
Why
call
are you singing?
the bartender over? Is he
Why are you
still there?
singing?
he's got a big smile on his face and he's looking at you.
Yeah.
He says, yes, another one,
Why is everyone singing?
another one.
This is the musical episode.
I'll say to the bartender, is this normal? And I point at Cromner.
He seems like a normal dwarf. We've seen them before. What exactly do you mean by that?
Everybody is singing. Why is everybody singing? Why is everybody singing?
He's having hallucinations, poor boy.
Should we have another one or just have a beer?
Well, maybe we should have a cobbler's cream. Maybe we'll offset it.
Hey, you've got some money to spend. Why not, hey? That was the
You
bartender.
think we should have you think we should have another one? How does the bartender know how much money we have? This bartender knows too much.
He said, if you have the money to spend.
If you have, well, that's okay. I apologise.
That's alright. I may have rephrased what he said.
I'm not going to drink anymore.
I'm going to have a beer. And a round of ales.
Pozu. The guy sitting at the bar, he's sort of slumped over and he's got his head down, and he's like his head over the top of his arm. But you notice on his forearm that there's a tattoo of a mask with a knife pointing down through the middle.
Do I know his face?
His face is down at the moment. It's sort of he's slumped over the bar.
What they're saying, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
I want to
Bullshit.
in that case. Hey, DM.
Bullshit.
DM. Can you hear what we're saying when you're in the room?
No, I can't. No.
Oh, that's awesome.
If people are watching Twitch, can they hear what you're saying?
They can only
We
hear
should
what I
stream.
can hear and what I'm saying.
We should stream.
I'm pretty sure
man.
anyone can correct me if that's not the case. But
That's sick. Man.
Because while you guys were in your little room, we were talking about you, just so you know. We had our own little secrets. Isn't that right, Cromna? We'll keep it to ourselves.
okay. Good luck.
So I'll look down and I just have a look at the guy and just see if he's faking it or if he's. No, I'm going to say to the bartender, barman,
Yes.
I'll buy an ale for this gentleman too.
The dwarf down there?
Yeah.
He's the one who is he a dwarf? The one that's slumped over the bar?
Yeah, there's only one person that he sort of motions toward when he tilts his head in that direction, yeah.
He was
yeah.
talking about milks on the ground.
Bring us up to speed.
DMs, there's someone laying face down on the bar.
Yeah. You want to buy the person who's passed out a drink.
Yeah,
That's pretty odd, isn't it? That's
a nice
thing.
morning refresher.
Okay. He could be dead.
Yeah, he's just a bit of a drunk. He's harmless though. He's a nice guy. He's a dwarf, much like yourself. He looks very similar to you actually. Goes by
What's
the
his
name?
name?
Goes by the name of Kadrak.
Kadrak. Do I know DM? Do I know that name?
You can roll a history check.
I'm going to roll a history check.
No, it means you do know the name.
Does it?
Oh, well, this will
It's just
say
whether he remembers or not. 4 definitely doesn't.
No. It's not familiar to you at all.
Kadrak.
All right.
Kadrak's the name of my brother.
What?
Okay, just a sec, guys. So, Cam, a bit of history on your brother.
Mhm.
I mean,
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Just give me 2 minutes, okay? So the death of your father, Baron, it shook your family's foundation to its core. I'll send you this later.
Yeah.
He was a pretty well-to-do merchant with nothing but good intention. I'm not sure, because you haven't written much about your dad, but I've just sort of got this for you.
Yeah.
He owned his own trading company by his first 100 years. In Hundlestone, that grew to one of the largest trading companies on all of the Sword Coast. That's why your name is so well known. The Brombledon name carried weight with the merchants in a lot of areas. It was called Norham Trade. It was named after your sister. It followed a major trade route along the River Shaganir, which was connected Fireshire in the south to 10 towns in Icewind Dale. So up in Hundlestone, where you're from, I'm not sure if you know the exact area.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
So that area, he pretty much ran a lot of the trading companies that existed in that area. Your brother, Kadrak, used your father's business and reputation to traffic contraband all along the coast and up the Desarian River. This tarnished the name of Norham Trade, and Baron disowned Kadrak and demanded that he stopped. This made a lot of people that Kadrak worked with very angry, and shortly after, Baron was found murdered. His beaten corpse washed up on the icy shores of Fireshire. There was a lot of blame and accusation at the death of Baron, and although a lengthy investigation took place, no culprit was ever caught. You don't blame your brother, you don't think it was him, but you know that he ran with a lot of shady crew, essentially.
So basically, yep.
He disappeared shortly after, and you suspect that a thieves guild that Kadrak was working with had something to do with the death of your father. But you've refused to speak to him ever since. Not more out of just that you haven't seen him in such a long time and you haven't made any effort to find him again, okay?
Yep.
Cool.
I'll end up having this much room.
he's probably snuggling up for warmth.
Oh, it doesn't matter where I go.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. I'll try not to do that too often.
Well, you won't have to soon, will you? Everyone will know.
It's okay, dear. We were streaming the whole thing. We saw everything.
Yeah, that was a bit of lore that I knew that if I sent Cam... Yeah, anyway, I don't need to explain it.
Well, what's the point? You tell us what you just told him. So Posey was just about to buy Cromna's brother a drink.
Your brother was named Kendrak? Kadrak.
Cadrak. Yes.
Is that your brother, or it just looked like him?
My brother was named Cadrak. There. Does it look like my brother?
He's currently slumped over the bar, like sort of with his head down, with a drink, like an empty flask in front of him. So you can't exactly see his face. It certainly fits his stature. It looks like how your brother would look like if he was slumped over a bar.
I haven't seen my brother for over 20 years.
Oh, so that's not. How old are you? How old?
How old am I? How old am I?
360.
70.
Okay.
Well, are you on good terms with your brother?
My brother, no, I'm not on great terms.
And on that, I yell
I
out,
was
Cadrak.
Do you?
Yes.
He sort of opens one eye and looks in your direction for a moment, and then just sort of his head slumps back down on the bar.
Is that your brother?
Could I perceive it as my brother or not?
Make a perception check. Doesn't matter what it is, it's your brother.
Okay. Yeah, that's my brother.
Brother.
My drunk brother. Is everyone still singing?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Do we sound like those rappers with auto-tune on?
Yes.
Can DM hear us?
I can, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like that.
So,
There's no music or anything, it just sounds like everyone's singing.
Cromna's just recognised his brother.
My drunk brother.
Your drunk brother. Was he drunk when you left him last? Did you leave him in his bar 20 years ago?
No, I didn't leave him in this bar.
Looks like he's been here for a while.
Have you got a thing with your brother? Is he a bad man, or is he...
So my brother was, my father was like a tradesman, a merchant, who used, travelled up and down by a ship. And my brother ran with some shady dealers. He was a bit of a smuggler who used my father's trade routes to smuggle goods. My father was killed, and I haven't spoken to my brother since that. Not I don't blame him for my father's death, but he ran with some shady characters. And he had stopped smuggling, and people were unhappy about that. And yeah, and it's a bit of a touchy subject.
Pat Cromna on the back. There, mate. And then just pass him them.
Why are you still singing?
And I suppose Pozu doesn't want to buy that drink for him anymore.
No, I'll still buy the drink.
You're still buying him a drink?
Yeah.
He's a fair way down the bar. Like it's a long bar that you're sitting at. So are you walking the drink down to him? Are you sliding it down?
I will. I'll walk over and I'll say, Cromna, do you want to talk to your brother or not want to talk to him?
I don't want to talk to my brother at this stage.
Do you mind if I go and chat to him?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So
I'll stay seated with Cromner.
I'll walk over and I'll pat him on the back and say, "Hello, Squire."
Squire. Yes. Buy me a drink.
And I hand him the pot.
Thanks, little fella. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
And he sculls it all down, slams it on the bar. What brings you to town?
I'm trying to meet a friend.
Yeah.
A bit
I'll
of
be your
business.
friend.
You could be my friend. What's your name?
Cadrak.
What do you do, Dad?
Rumbledon. Was a
Hello.
merchant. Used to trade all along the River Sermon here. My ship's all ran aground though, so haven't had a chance to do anything for a while. Who you friend?
Well, the big one.
About to get a family reunion here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone.
He's going to get some popcorn to watch this interaction.
The big one over there. Well, his name's Strakon.
He sort of mutters that under his breath. He doesn't call out Cromner, I guess.
He likes to drink. And then the one over there, his name's Cromner.
Cromber. Delicious.
He's got the same.
It's like
He's got the same last name as you.
as soon as you've confirmed what his thoughts were, it's like he immediately sobers up. He sort of sits up straight and like his arms that were loose before suddenly stiffen up. Is that really Cromner?
His name's Cromner and he's real.
What's he doing here?
He's with us.
Is he come to kill me?
Well, I'm sure if he had come to kill you, you'd already be dead. He's pretty good at doing that stuff.
He's a tough one. Yeah.
I think this is just circumstance that we've met and come together.
Is he alright?
With you, I don't think so. But in general, he's a bloody champion.
Does he know I'm here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, should I go and talk to him?
Maybe not.
Okay.
If you did want to talk to him, what do you say?
I'd say hello. I'd start with that, and then I guess I'd see where the conversation goes.
Okay.
I
Maybe you
guess
wait here.
Sorry, young fella, what?
Maybe you wait here for a bit. I'll go and chat to the young fella and see if he wants to talk to you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks for the drink, little one.
I might be back for a chat.
Okay.
And so I I'll give him a pat on the back and I'll walk back over to the boys.
He's a bit shell shocked. As you whack him, it sort of like snaps him out of it a bit, and he nods and sort of looks down a bit sheepishly. As you
I walk over and I say, "Guess what?
Why is
That's your brother."
my brother?
Yeah.
Can you go and tell my brother? No. Send you backwards and forwards between the both of us for the next hour.
It's a very dwarven thing to do. I'm sure could happen for decades.
Just backwards and forwards messenger.
Yeah. He said he wanted to talk to you, but I said you didn't really want to talk to him.
I don't really want to talk to him. But again, I probably have to because he's in bar.
You don't have to. No one says you have to. I can go and chat to him for a bit.
Yeah, I don't really feel like talking to him.
Fair enough, young man. I'm going to go have a bit of a word to him.
Sure.
While we're still waiting, because we're still waiting for Harple, see if he knows any news of the stuff that's going on. And,
It's a very short amount of time that's passed. It's probably been less than an hour.
yeah. So I walk back over. Hello there, Squire.
Hello, what did he say?
He said that he knows that you're his brother and he should talk to you, but he doesn't want to. So I don't think he's gonna.
Okay.
But I can still talk to you.
Okay. And he sort of looks over in your direction, Cromno. And then looks back down again. Okay.
So Pozu goes, I like your tattoo there, mate. It's a very nice bit of ink you got there.
He sort of rubs it for a second, and you can see that it's quite faded. It looks like it was done quite a while ago. And in fact, on closer inspection, you can see it wasn't very well done. It's sort of one of those tattoos that's probably scabbed up for a bit and bled a fair bit. The ink was running down his arm.
Gross.
Yes. Well, yeah.
How long ago did you want to get that removed?
I've never tried to get it removed, but I guess it's been there for maybe 30 odd years, 30, 40 years, yeah. You know it.
Hey, kind of.
Oh, is that why you're here?
Is that why I'm here?
Is.
I don't understand the question.
Oh, never mind then.
Okay.
Sure you're not going to kill me?
Mate, if I wanted to kill you, you wouldn't know about it.
Okay. There was a guy in the roof here before. He's gone now. Shat myself when I saw him.
Gone very Billy Connolly.
He's gone from like West Highlands to sort of.
Do they want to kill you?
Who? These? Yeah. Oh well. A lot of people want to kill me, but I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah.
And I pull out one of my daggers and show him on the pommel, like the hilt, the hand bit.
Oh. Okay. Are you going to kill? I really feel like you're going to kill me. Is that why?
I'll say it again. If I wanted to, you'd be dead.
Okay.
And I pick this, like I flip it up, and catch it, and then I spin around and like look for one of the the upright where the assassin was hiding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just ping it at the whatever's like something I can aim for. Just poof, 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 at the upright.
Go ahead and make an attack. It's pretty low DC. It's a pillar that's not moving.
Is it an attack or like a just an attack?
Performance.
I want to see if you rolled a one.
Well, yeah. I mean, are you showing off? Are you actually attacking the pole? Or what's your intention?
I want to show off.
You can make a performance check.
Okay.
It's sexy as hell. The flip that you do in the air, you sort of look around and give him a wink and a smile as it's turning up in the air. It's almost like it's in slow motion. You catch it by the very tip of the end of the dagger, and just the spins rotations that it make in the air almost seem like it's impossible that it would move that quickly, like the fan of an extremely fast moving motor, and then smashes into the pillar and sticks there, probably a good 3 inches deep into the pillar itself.
Nice. You lost your dagger though.
you might. Are you trying to Jedi Fallen Order?
Oh, I'd love to be able to do that. Maybe in the future. And then so I turn back to him and I say, like that, you'd be dead.
I see. All right. Thank you for not killing me then. I guess I want to say.
I can't say. It does sound confusing. It still sounds like you're threatening him. Just from an outside perspective, I'll just let you know.
No, I don't want to kill you. I don't have the need for that insignia as much anymore. I'm not as I would say affiliated, but not.
Oh, I see. So are you not working here?
No.
Oh, I see. Okay. You haven't come here to help me, have you?
What do you need help with?
Well, I mean, as I mentioned before, my ship, it ran aground, I guess. a few weeks back, and I'd like it back. Uh, I was attacked on my way back from Nesme about 6 weeks ago in the
By,
night.
what? Why?
Why? I don't
What?
know.
Why?
Oh, by.
What were you attacked by?
I didn't even get a chance to see. It was the middle of the night, and before I knew it, I was thrown overboard.
By something.
Yeah, I was attacked. I got scratches all over my face.
Sea devil.
Sir Hogan.
It may have been, yeah. I've heard that they're pretty ripened in the area. Rampant, I meant to say.
Ripened.
Unripened, ready for the picking.
Perfect.
It is their season.
I was bringing goods down the Serban here to Hookpike.
Are the goods still on the boat?
I
Ship?
hope so. I know where the ship's located, and I could probably take you to it if you could help me get it back.
So you need help, like with the salvage crew, to get your ship or your boat off the bank embankment.
That's right, yeah.
There's no one around here that can help you.
Well, I mean, I had my crew with me, but some of them were killed, and the rest of them are fucking chicken shite. They refuse to go back. Some searching parties that I sent out. They said that it's been overridden with some monsters, and they're all too scared.
And I turn around and I look at Cromnant and I'm like, sea devils. Sea devils.
Can I understand what he's saying?
You can make an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Did that roll? No.
While he's trying to figure that out, I turn to I forgot his name. Brat.
Cadrak.
Cadrak. I say, is there any gold involved in helping you out? What's in it for us?
Look, there was gold on the ship. I hope it's still there, along with a few other items of certain other qualities. If you help me get it back, I'll happily split some of the gold with you.
What percentage are we talking? How much do you want to get back?
Let's say 75-25 my way. And you can keep any items that might be of certain interest.
Sounds perfect to me. And I turn it a track on, and I go, sea devils.
And do I get what he's saying?
You can roll an intelligence check as well. Cromnard, you get it. You when he says sea devils, like, you get what he's saying, and you.
I hear sea devils.
It makes perfect sense to you.
Oh, sea devils.
Dracon 2, you have no idea. You are lost in. You're like, what?
I'm right. Okay, so I turn around and I say from, look, you don't probably have to talk to your brother, but sounds like he's got some cool stuff, and I know we can help. And you should always help family, even if they are drunk and stink.
That's all it takes to convince him after a 20-year family feud.
Yeah, but I trust Pozu a lot.
Okay.
Pozu is like a brother.
Even though you didn't want to talk to this real brother, and Poser still went over there, bought him a drink, and has been making deals with him.
He still doesn't have to talk to him.
No, I'm not talking
have
to him.
talk to him.
Right.
Think about the gold.
Look, I'm not making any promises. I don't know that the money's still there or any of the anything. And, you know, it's difficult. If the money wasn't there, I don't know what I could do with my boat. I don't know if I could pay my crew. I can't buy any provisions for the ship. But if you could help me, it would be great.
Well, if we were going anywhere from here, and would it be quicker to go by ship?
Absolutely.
If we needed to go somewhere quicker, maybe we could ask you for a little lift.
No one knows this river like me. No one knows this river like Captain Cadrak.
Sounds fair enough. What's around that bend? And I'll like kind of just point out the door.
That's the wrong direction. There's no river there.
Out of the door that you came through?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's around that bend? There's a small little alcove with 2 palm trees and 5 small rocks.
Correct.
He looks pretty proud of himself when you say that.
Aye.
And I look at the barman and I say, barman,
Yeah.
have there been any other attacks with these sea devils, or?
Look, not this close to town. There's been some fuckheads that come through town every now and then, and you know, cause a little bit of riffraff. But this town of Hookpike hasn't been attacked by sea devils in a few months now, I would say. Every now and then it does happen.
Okay.
But the defences here are good enough. You do... we've got watchtowers that sit out the front there and keep an eye out. Make sure that nothing attacks.
Alright, so I look at Cromna and I walk up close to him and say, listen mate, do you want to go get us a ship? Or do you want to just wait for Harkle? We'll just have another drink.
Well, we need to wait for Harkle.
Yeah, but after that, it's totally in your call.
Look, if you invest in me and you know, maybe we can work together.
I say
What do you mean? I was like whispering to Cromna, talking close, like, back off, mate.
Oh, sorry.
I'm finding it hard to concentrate because Pozu's just singing in my ear. Sweet whispers.
We'll just have a drink. We'll have a think about it.
My head hurt.
Okay.
I haven't seen Kedrak for 20 years, and all of a sudden he's here, and I haven't really had to deal with my emotions like this for a while, and everyone's singing at me.
Feels like fate to me, son.
Son.
Or darling, or big fella. Squire.
Is he alright?
He's really pissed.
Oh, that's understandable.
That's understandable.
He had that blue drink. He had 2 of them straight up, and it's affected his brain. He thinks that everyone's singing at him.
Oh, I thought you meant pissed at me.
Oh no,
That's what I thought he meant too.
He's terribly upset at you and what's transpired.
Oh, okay.
So we might just sit here a bit quietly and have a chat amongst ourselves and wait for our friend to turn up, and then we'll probably get back to you and see if we can help you or not with your boat.
Okay, well, I'll be around town. I'll make my leave. I don't want to be any disturbance or distraction. I'll take. But you know, if you help me recover my ship and its contents, I can provide safe travel upriver if that's what you need.
We don't know where we're going yet. I think we'll find that out once Harbour arrives.
Okay.
And he grabs his jacket from the stool next to him and sort of slumps out and the door and takes one glance back over his shoulder towards you, Cromna, and then walks out the door. The bartender's like, well, that was awkward.
Yeah, so I'll tell Pozu and Drakon the story of Kedrak and my father, Barom.
Yep.
If you want to explain that.
Do you want me to relay it?
Yeah, I can't. I can remember it, but I can't accurately.
I thought you were playing that like I'm too upset to recall it.
I guess you guys like you find a booth or something. Do you want to order some food?
Kissing booth?
Well, is Harko going to have lunch with us, or?
She said just after lunch, but it's up to you.
So yeah, then let's order
Wait
food.
Yeah, it's order food.
If she's gonna have something to eat before she gets here. How do you spell Kadrak?
Kadrak.
Thank you.
So, the Brombledon name carries weight. Pozu, you recognise it, but you've only just starting to piece it together now about who Cromnar is. He's the son of Baron Brombledon, who ran a company called Norham Trade in the northwest of Faerun. So Norham Trade followed a major trade route along the river Shagana, which connected Fireshire in the south to the 10 towns in Icewind Dale. Kadrak early on started using his father's business to run contraband, like traffic and contraband along the coast, the Sword Coast, and then up into the Desaran River, all through this area. This sort of tarnished the name of Norham Trade. And Baron eventually disowned Kadrak and demanded that he stop. This made a lot of people angry that Kadrak had worked with. And shortly after that happened, Baron was found murdered. His beaten corpse washed up on the icy shores of Fireshire. There was a lot of blame and accusation at the death of Baron that sort of people talked about, and a lot of sort of, I guess, murmurs happened. A lengthy investigation took place, but no one was ever charged with the murder. Kadrak then disappeared shortly after that happened, and Cromnar suspected that a thieves guild that he was working with had something to do with the death of Baron, and that's when the sort of falling out occurred. Cromnar decided that he didn't really want to have anything to do with Kadrak, and that Kadrak was nothing but trouble, and decided to part ways, and hasn't seen him since. And that was over 20 years ago.
Yeah, the younger brother's usually trouble.
I had that in when I was writing. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna.
So that's why you led yourself on the adventuring life.
On the adventuring life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever want to try and get to the bottom of it?
Some things are best left not overturned, but it still eats away at me that I don't know who killed my father. And yeah, I kind of still blame my brother for it.
But no, you don't know if he did it or not.
No, if he did it or not. So, it's one of those things where I don't really want to talk to him because,
You might find out.
I might find out.
But he didn't do it, and you've been ignoring him for 20 years.
Or I might find out that he did do it and kill him.
Either way, you're going to find out.
Maybe. Or I might not find out.
These are all well-spoken truths.
These are all things. Chili skewers?
It's baked and it's delicious.
Was it chili skewers? Oh, chili squid.
Chili squid.
I ordered a bacon and egg.
Okay. So just take out the relevant amount of money. Cromnar, you are starting to sober up a bit now that you get a bit of food into your belly. The singing sort of is slowly fading. Even your own voice as you were telling the story, as upsetting and heartfelt and emotional as it was to you, your voice still carried a tune with it as you retold the story. A difficult story for you to tell as well.
Especially in the song.
Yeah, you're still close. Yeah, it ruined your family essentially.
We can see, obviously, I can see that Cromnar's affected by the story, I assume. Can I tell he's emotional? Or?
You can make an insight check. DC's pretty low.
Insight is under what? Is it under wisdom? No. It's its own thing, is it?
Yes, it's its own thing. Your insight
It's its own
is
thing.
+1.
Hang on. Let me find it so I can. Ah. Ten.
Yes, he's very emotional.
I give him a pat on the back.
I'll tell
Little
Pozu,
man.
Drakon, and Nesbar about the dream that I had when we were at
Okay.
the Harpies of Long Saddle.
Yeah, just that
Emily?
night that you slept?
Yeah, just, it seems rather strange that I've had this dream and then, a couple of days later we find Kadrak.
So
What dream did you have?
I got dream log tattle family written down. I can't actually remember.
I like to think that Cromnar carries a dream journal with him.
Didn't Drakon have a dream?
That was a few nights ago now. And that's a recurring dream that Drakon has. It has nothing to do with Cromnar's brother. Drakon does not think about anyone's brother.
No, but I was saying, what dream did Cromnar have?
Yeah, I think it's one we're not aware of.
So I can relay it. It wasn't necessarily a dream. It was sort of as you were falling asleep. You know how like when you start to fall asleep and you have those sort of just those thoughts that sort of carry weight with them, that you can tell that you're not consciously thinking about things. They're just thoughts that enter into your mind. And you were thinking about the town of Hundlestone and your family and the death of your father. That's when you woke up, or when you came back into consciousness, I guess you could say. But you were thinking about Norham, who still lives in Hundlestone. You were thinking about her two sons, who I can't recall their names.
3 sons.
3 sons, sorry.
Yep, but I can't remember their names.
Hadrock, which you were very close with. Hadrock, you did a few missions with back in the day, back sort of before you sort of took off on your adventuring time.
Adventure time.
And Mum, who's still in Hundlestone as well. Yeah, so it was sort of like it was just a slip of consciousness. I wouldn't call it a dream necessarily.
Cool. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe fate is winding us towards your family.
Maybe.
Where is Harkle?
It's probably lunchtime now. You guys have had a few bites to eat. And you look over and see the door open, and Harkle walk through. She sort of takes a quick glance around the room and sees you and gives you a wave and starts to move over to where you're currently located.
Greetings and well met, Harkle.
Yes, good to see you, my friends. I hope you travelled safe.
Sorry, DM, has Drakon met Harkle? I don't think I have.
Oh no, nah. Oh no, yeah, you met her in the magic shop.
You met her in the magic shop and also at the Yep and Sons, Yep and Brother.
Oh shit, Yep and Brother.
She caught up with you in Yep and Brother just before she left for Hookpike, or left for this area. She wasn't necessarily heading for Hookpike, but left for this area. And she told you that she was travelling here. That's when she gave Pozu the sending stone.
Yep. Okay.
Now, obviously, we need to do a bit of catching up. But tell me first of all, what have you learned? What do you know?
I know that there's something trying to make me sick or something like that. This ring really hurts, and no one seems to know about Darrell's tomb.
No.
And I take off my glove and I show him my hand, and I say, all these black lines keep spreading, but and I point to Cromnar, he keeps making it a little bit better when he heals it.
I see. It does look a little worse than what it was. That's unfortunate. Look, I guess I could tell you what I know. But first of all, Pozu, could I have a word with you briefly?
You can.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. I hate to keep secrets, and I promise I won't be a moment. She pulls you aside and sort of whispers to you, your friends here, you trust them?
Very much so.
From what I hear from El, you are certainly one to be trusted, so whoever you trust, I trust as well. How do you think your friends would feel about joining us?
I'm sure they'd love it, but do they have to go through a vetting procedure?
They certainly do, but I think if we could at least let them know that who we are and what we do, and maybe bring your friends up to speed with what you've been doing.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Okay, I'll let you take the lead with this. How about that?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. What? Who killed? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my friends. Thank you. I just wanted to be a moment.
Talking amongst ourselves.
We have an interesting proposition for you, if you will.
For us.
Yes, for you.
Pray tell.
Pose.
You're both lovely gentlemen. Cromnard. I take you as a very trusted friend.
But
There is no but. Are you good I can see good inside both of your hearts. And I can see strength in all of your bodies. We kind of work for a secret organisation. And
we kind of work. You do or you don't. At this point, I think I draw my sword.
No, I promise it's not that sort of organisation.
I'm just trying to be forthright, but not give too much away in case there's people listening.
Right. Are there people around, DM?
There are a few scattered people in the bar. They don't really seem to be paying too much attention to you. You can make another insight check just to sort of gauge the attention of the others standing by.
Who should make the insight check?
Dracon.
We work for control or chaos?
3.
Look, the organisation we work for have 3 main beliefs. Dracon, you have no idea. You can't tell. You look around the room briefly, but
I'm having that sort of night.
Your attention is caught back by what Harkle's saying. The organisation we work for have 3 main beliefs, and if you can get behind those beliefs, then, I'll let Pozu take it from there. But our main 3 beliefs is: 1, can never have too much information. 2, too much power leads to corruption. And 3, no one should be powerless.
Do you agree with these things, guys?
I need to process this.
Sometimes too much info is a bad thing. And I think about my dad.
Interesting.
Sometimes it's easier not to know.
Look, if it makes you uncomfortable, we can walk away from this conversation. It doesn't have to happen. But our intention is to gather information throughout Faerun and discern the political dynamics within each regional realm, and promote fairness and equality by covert means. Act openly as a last resort. Thwart tyrants and any leader, government, or on any group that grows too powerful, and aid the weak, the poor, and the oppressed.
And who leads you?
No one leads us in particular. We have a few people who work at higher levels,
We are anonymous.
We are an organisation that works all throughout Faerun. We have many guilds. We have many leaders.
Carl put himself on mute to think.
I was
Thinking out
noticed
loud.
Carl is in his own code of silence.
He's gotta go.
He's like, I'm going to think about this somewhere else.
He's taking it to the toilet to think about it. He's disconnected. He's walking outside of Wi-Fi range.
Oh no, he's dropped out.
Yeah.
I'll wait till he comes back.
Yeah, we can just talk like normal.
Yeah.
Talk like normal.
Why is everyone singing?
That's so funny.
Good
Ooh.
RP, boys.
Good moving, Harkle.
Want to know about my dad?
The thing is, you know what? Yeah, you can try and find out. This is your chance. But if you don't want to, you just don't. But we can still use your brother's help. Do you want to be in a secret gang?
There's someone in chat just going nuts.
What are they saying?
The value of that much water is like spice in June novel. Whoever controls the spice controls.
That's so true.
Who controls the
So true. Controls the land.
That's funny, Taylor Two Wolves.
That's good.
God, I hope Dracon's internet connection's alright.
I think he's in the toilet, to be honest. Nesbar is missing out.
Yeah, well, I figured we could have a bit of an RP session and that might work.
Yeah, definitely.
Guess who's back?
Okay.
Back again. Khalid's back.
Hey guys.
Dustin,
Hey, mate.
Hey, mate.
Alright.
Okay.
So, look.
so we've joined. We're going on a mission to the moon.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been sprung on us. This I feel
And look,
hesitant.
you don't have to make a decision now. I've just been thinking about this recently, and I know obviously Pozu has a group that he's working with, and if he trusts you enough, and I certainly trust him, so yeah,
It's
I
just
believe
better
it could be a benefit.
It's just better that you kind of know what's going on, so it doesn't seem like I'm sneaking about.
What's your current mission? What are you guys up to right now?
Well, the way it works is I don't get directives. I get sent slight missives in the form of notes passed along the way. And the notes led me to the Citadel. And I had to find Caracas, who we found who was dead.
So this is all stuff that you'd be very unfamiliar with, Dracon. This is sort of what the party was doing prior to your arrival.
He's still going to hear my story. And then a note from that led me to Harkle. And this. So we needed to find out what to do with this. Am I right, Harkle?
That is correct.
So that's why I think we need to find Dayrahel's tomb, or something along those lines.
Tomb of Darahel. Daradel?
Degadel, I believe. No. Dayrahel.
Daradel.
Dayrahel.
Dayrahel.
Look, our faction has cells and lone operatives all throughout Faerun. Although they interact and share information with one another from time to time, as needs warrant,
our ideology is noble, and our members pride themselves on their integrity and incorruptibility. Harpers do not seek power or glory, only fair and equal treatment for all.
Did you call yourself Harpers?
Yeah.
I've just dropped that accidentally, but there it is.
Have I heard of the Harpers before?
You can roll a history check just to see how well you can recall the Harpers.
My history.
Yeah, so you have heard the name before.
History sucks.
You have heard the name before. You weren't aware that you knew anyone associated with that faction up until now, but you don't know much else about it. You know that they're a faction that exists all throughout Faerun, have existed for a long, long time. Their society have crumbled and risen and crumbled again. So, yeah, that's as much as you know.
Yeah.
Jackon, you can do the same if you like. Did I?
I can hear you guys, but my screen is frozen. So,
Do you want to just refresh?
I'll do that, but it might log me out for a second. Did you want me to do a
That's
history
right.
check? What check was I running?
History.
Yeah, 15.
Something there.
Oh.
It's just the
Different
track
music.
ended and went to the next track.
I'm going to refresh, but I might drop out when it happens. Give a sec.
Oh, sorry, Dracon. Yeah, go
It'll be
ahead.
fine.
It was a 15, so prepare your stuff for that.
For your stuff.
Harkle. Have you come across any other news?
Yes, I have. I'm not sure if we should wait for the decision. Look, actually, either way, we can move forward with what I've found out. But just know that that's on the table. I trust you. We can organize something if that's something that you want to do. There's a guild hall in Silvery Moon that you can go to, and we can organize what we need to do from there. But in the meantime, what I found out, there was a ship that passed here a few days ago. It was called the Falling Star, and I'm certain that on that ship were members of that, the Church of Cyric. One of our agents overheard them speaking of an ancient tomb. We've lost Dracon again.
He was refreshing.
He's doing the refresh.
Should I keep going?
Yeah.
That they were trying to find. They said they had some sort of key or piece of something that was going to lead them there. By my take, they don't quite know how that key worked, though. They have a ship that will be moored near Nesme. Apparently they are trying to find out how to use this key. My plan, if you'll hear it, is to sneak onto that ship, steal this key, and see if we can beat them to it. I'm not quite sure if I know what they'll do with the tomb or its contents, but I am sure of their ill intention. And if yes, go ahead.
So all of these cultists and weirdos with the tattoo and the symbol, they're from the Church of Cyric.
We believe so. From what information we can gather and what we've seen, yes, the Church of Cyric seems to be behind whatever's happening.
Why do I know the Church of Cyric?
It's come up a few times. So the symbology that
The
you
Lord
keep,
of the Three Crowns?
the
Mad God, yep.
Yeah, so actually, I think you asked, who did you ask? You asked Kashane about this back in Longsaddle. And Kashane gave you a pretty big deliberation about what he knows about the Church of Cyric, or Cyric himself, actually. And he said that there is a faction or a Church of Cyric that works out of Arm, which is to the far south.
Was it the cultist?
Which cultist?
The one they cut the tongue out of?
Yes.
He was from Zurich?
He had the symbology of the Church of Zurich on his chest.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find my notes.
Same as the mage hunters that you came across on the way to the Shiny Tin Inn.
Yeah.
And same as that.
And exactly the same as that.
Yeah.
Put that down, Harkle says.
Shane was...
Okay.
That
So-
was yeah.
Whether or not these guys want to join us in our adventures, in an official sense, they'll still be joining me on my quest.
That's understandable, and as I said, there's no pressure for you to join. I just had the thought. I thought it might be beneficial. Of course, there's an approval process that would need to take place, but it opens you up to a lot of new opportunities if you do choose to join.
I agree. I'm sure they'll think about it. Until now, let's try and figure out a way to get this key.
Yes. So we have a sort of log of their whereabouts. This particular ship that moves up and down this river. We know that in approximately 3 days' time, it will be at that same mooring spot south of Nesme. So my idea is to take a boat up the river and see if we can get there in 3 days' time. It should only take a day by boat, maybe 2 days by foot. We could buy a small boat if you have enough money. They tend to be expensive, and I'm not sure if I trust the harbour master here. And you could ask for passage on a merchant ship until you reach the boat, but that also comes with risk and may also cost you a full purse. I know that there is a captain here at the inn, and she sort of has a quick, brief look around. He says he has a boat we could use, but he's a drunk and he tells tall tales. You could usually find him slumped over at the bar over a jug of ale, but he doesn't appear to be here now.
But Cadric, is she referring to?
Yeah.
Do you ask her that?
Khalid's saying it's not loading. Oh, hang on, here he is. There he is.
Oh, sorry, guys.
That's okay.
So could you relay that to Drakon, just so I don't have to do it?
Harkle has said...
That a ship called the Falling Star
Yep.
had members of the
Church of
cult of
Zurich.
Church of Zurich. Now talking about a key.
To the tomb?
And
To A2.
A2.
Key to a tomb.
And that Cadrak was the captain of that ship.
No. Cadrak is a possibility to...
Is
you could
it
ask.
really?
Yeah. But she said it...
It's Cadrak's ship. Cadrak was
No.
carrying the... No.
No, she's saying that Cadrak is a possibility of a ship to get us up there.
Right. She doesn't have access to another means of transport.
No, it's up to us.
Okay.
But she wants to sneak on to the boat that the church has and get the key and try and beat him to the tomb.
And Harkle and Pozu are willing to take us without making a commitment to this secret organization.
Posey said in a roundabout way that even if you guys don't want to join the Harpers, you're still coming with me.
Right.
But you just won't be a member. But that's by the by.
Yeah.
Harkle just thinks it's a good opportunity for you guys. It'll open up a lot of
It's a lot of arms.
Yeah.
I think it would benefit all of us.
What the lady said.
Very awesome.
So, Cromnar,
Hmm?
what do you think?
You're not seeing anymore.
Would you like to
Sober up.
kill two sea devils with one stone, so to speak.
I reckon I can get on board with that.
That a boy.
Yes.
That a boy. Great.
I'm glad I didn't have to give you the hard sale.
Keep them coming. This is good. I hope you've got a whole lot more.
Wait, let me ask Dracon. I think he has to think about it.
Oh
Oh, it's not punny.
no. You asking me like whether I'm happy to go on a mission, or you're asking me to join your cult?
No, don't worry. You don't have to join the cult, but do you want to come on? Would you like to help me out? I'd like
Always.
I want to get this thing off my finger because it's feeling pretty bad.
Yes. No.
And I'll give it a rub.
Give what a rub.
Finger?
Here in the you're giving it here a rub in the bar. Jesus.
How about now?
Under the table.
Oh, fair enough.
Harkle, what do you think? What are your plans?
Well, look, I mean, I need to go back home, really. I've got some more business that I need to take care of back in that area. I'm happy to stick around here if you think that I could be of benefit to you, but my fighting days are behind me. I don't think I could be much help to you, to be honest.
We don't have to fight. We'll just what do you think? We should just go and try and catch these cultists. You don't have to come. But
Oh, I see.
a second plan of attack.
Yes. Look, if you have enough money to buy the small boat, I mean, that might take you a long time. I honestly think that the captain is your best.
I think so. I think so too.
I don't know where he is, though. He's usually here. He
was here.
He has a crew that exists around town. You know, maybe he's gone to find them. I'm not sure.
Maybe he's gone to take care of some family business. And I look at Cromnar.
I look at the ground.
Just keeps rubbing salt in that wound, bringing up Cromnar's painful history.
How much does a boat cost?
To purchase?
Yeah.
So a little rowboat you could probably get for about 3,000 gold. A decent sailing ship. It depends on the harbour master as well, or where you are, the quality of the boat. There's a few different things to factor in. A decent sailing ship costs around 10,000 gold.
Can any of us sail? Even if we have a ship, can any of us actually sail a ship?
Harkle listens to that very intently and says, "Can any of you sail?"
I'm sure Cromnar can.
Cromnar and Pozu. Actually, Pozu, you've made your check. I forget what it was.
Just what I rolled for the other day.
Yeah.
15, wasn't it?
15. That was the... Was that the history or the...
I think history was 4, and then it was 4 and 15.
Cool. Cromnar, can I get you to roll a history check and an intelligence check?
And then intelligence.
DM,
Yes.
is Nesba with us?
Yes, he is.
Can he sail a ship?
Let's find out.
An 11 for history and a 4 for intelligence.
Okay. So Dracon and Nesbar, so not so much. Pozu has been on plenty of ships. And has taken in a lot of information about how to sail. He gets a pretty good comprehension. Cromnar, so your history should have been with advantage because of your family history.
Still, cool.
Okay, you've got a fair idea. It's been a long time since you've been at the helm of any sort of ship.
20 years.
Yeah, yeah. You've been on ships, you know, between that time, but certainly not sailing them like you used to. You'd done a few voyages with your dad, but you know, you'd probably be pretty rusty.
Yeah. Bit salty.
A bit salty.
Okay. I reckon Cadrak's probably a good idea then.
Oh no.
Remember, you still don't have to talk to him.
Yeah, I don't have to talk to him.
What am I missing here? Do you know Cadrak?
They go a long way back.
What a
Oh.
terrible spy organisation.
You have no idea. Information is the key.
Yeah, but it's about factions and ruling people in the city and stuff like that, not about individuals.
Okay.
Roll an insight check, Cromnar.
Right. That's a,
Whoa.
Whoa. Was that a nat 20 or what?
No.
19.
19.
You catch a slight sort of smile in her face as she asks you that, and you can sort of determine that she was actually trying to see what response you would give her when she
That's
asked
a quick
you
thinking DM.
that
That's what that
question.
is. Very good
Reveal
save,
my
DM.
secrets, yeah, so she was actually more discerning, and as soon as you sort of start giving her flack back, she sort of gives that smile, which lets you determine that she already knew that you were related to Cadrak.
You already knew.
I still think it's your best option.
I feel like I'm being pigeonholed. That's okay.
The choice is yours. Don't let me pigeonhole you.
But it's your choice alone.
Have choice A or choice A? That's
I think he's making reference to a coup.
yes.
Very good.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay. We probably need.
Cromnar
Cadrak's help.
Bronzewing?
What was that?
Cromnar Bronzewing?
Bronzewing?
Pigeon. Bronzewing. It's a pigeon. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we try and steal a ship. Wait, I can't remember what. Whether I'm
You can
good or
barely
not.
sail.
But if we've got Cadrak,
Oh, yeah, right.
No, but we go with Cadrak. We get his ship.
Recover his ship, yeah.
oh yeah,
The mission. That's
And we
the
just go
mission.
in that.
We just gotta go find Cadrak.
yeah,
So we help him out. We get you two back together. We get some gold. We get some fancy stuff. We go and get this key. We ship up the river, go and find his tomb, get this ring off my finger, and then go do something else.
success.
As long as we all survive.
Question mark.
Step 1, steal underpants.
So what do you think? What do you think?
Nah. Let's just stay here and drink.
We go south. Yeah, we better go find Cadrak then. I have a feeling I'm going to find out about my father.
I smash the table. I go, adventure! Barman!
What did the
Drinks
table
around.
do to you?
Oh, yes, fantastic. Are you
I'll
buying
get-
drinks for everyone?
I'll get 2.
Yeah, when he comes over, I say, do you know where Cadrak lives?
He usually stays in one of there's rooms small little huts that run along the sort of west side of this building. He's in the third one on the left.
Third hut on the left.
Thank you very much, Squire. Hut, hut, hut.
Fucking hell.
Don't forget your dagger. And he points
Thank
up to
you.
the... Can you make a strength? Are you trying to Jedi it?
Just jokingly. His barman would have been just like,
He's sort of watching it and looking at you, and then
and then I use Mage Hand to grab it.
wicked. Oh, wow! What a neat trick.
And then it flies back into my hand.
Handle first, hopefully.
Yeah.
Flies back into your hand. Looks cool.
Put it
And
away.
are you buying around for everyone in the bar?
4 blue firewaters, please.
Yeah,
blue
4 blue
firewaters.
fireworks.
Blue firewaters.
Yeah,
4.
I'm having 2.
Yeah. Oh, you're having 2? 5 then?
Why are you having 2? Harkle.
Yeah.
Are you buying firewaters for the entire bar?
Just 5,
No.
yeah. Just 5. Just us.
Okay.
Hang on. How much are they? 4 and 7. So it's 35, 75. I'll just go 8 silver. Eight silver. Cheers, gents.
I just got both.
Alright, I need you to all make cons. This will be interesting. Oof.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Constitution. I'll just
You
put
have,
mine down.
you have to make 2, don't you, Cromna?
I didn't last one, but I will.
Why did he have to make 2?
He took
I
2
had
shots.
2
You
shots.
took 2
Oh.
shots.
The effects are only as bad as they get. Once they reach a certain level, they don't go over the top. He does the routine again. He pours them all out, lights them up, fireworks come down, they fizzle down. You shot them back, they're crackly in your mouth.
Those who dies.
Pozu, interestingly, can you take 25 gold out of your pocket?
Yes.
Make it rain.
As you throw your shot back, and the room suddenly becomes a lot brighter, and you've suddenly understood exactly what Cromnar was experiencing before. Everyone in the room starts singing. And it seems like the place just got a lot rowdier. The whispers of the corner of the other people in the bar get a lot louder, and it sounds like they're all singing merrily to each other. And you're like, "Woo! What is going on? This is awesome! Everyone's getting rowdy. This is going to be a good night." It's that sort of, and in that spirit, you don't notice that someone walks up behind you and gives you a tap on the side, and has nicked 25 gold out of your pocket.
That's some good fleecing.
And we didn't notice. Nobody knows.
No. It would have only been Pozu that would have had any idea. You didn't see who it was. You don't know that it occurred. This is something that would have occurred to you, obviously, after the
fact.
After the fact, but you've lost 25 gold.
I find
We've loaded.
Kill him later.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
We're stumbling out to find Kadrak.
We need to find Kadrak today.
How far should we go without Nesbar? The further we go, the more catching up he's going to have.
He can just watch.
Oh, of course.
I'm recording it, but I mean,
Hi,
it's
Nesbar.
a fair point. And I'll only go as far as you guys want me to. I can call it at any time. It's up to you guys.
I feel like we should find Kadrak, but I don't feel like we should initiate the next mission without Nesbar.
I don't.
Because I feel like there's going to be some excitement, and I don't want him to miss out.
Well, let's go try and find. Let's go try and find his hut.
Okay.
Hut.
Hut. Third hut down.
Yeah.
That's how you remember that.
Is Cromnar kind of have to just guide us? Are we a bit loose?
I'm not.
I mean, you're not all loose. The only effects of this is the bright lights and the singing. It's not like you're stumbling. This is an
sweet.
intoxicating drink. It's like a
no,
magic
no.
style. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's alcohol, so you
Yeah.
it's like we'd be having like 2 shots of vodka in that sense of how it is alcohol. But the effects of what this drink does is the bright lights and the singing.
5 more shots.
Awesome. Okay, sweet. Well, let's walk out. I tip my hat to the barman.
Good luck.
25 gold in his pocket.
I don't notice it's gone.
No,
I'll never look for it until I look. I'll never notice it's gone until I look.
unless you try and count your money or if you've been keeping track of it, which I don't think you have. Well, no, you would have. Okay, as you walk out the front of the blue firewater, Nesbar feels a little tap on his shoulder. What's happened here? And as he does, there's this hulking guy who's standing behind him, and he says, "That's a pretty little sword you got there. Mind if I have a look at it?" And Nesbar goes, "Mind if you fuck off?" And I'm going to get him to make an intimidation check. Is there anything else that you guys want to react to as he tries to intimidate?
Well, I'm going to draw my sword because I know Nesbar well, and he stabs first and asks questions later.
Yeah.
I'm just going to maybe not draw, but I'm going to have my hand near.
I'll reach out to Nesbar and give you some guidance.
He's already rolled.
Okay.
Sorry. It's as you hear the voice and you sort of turn around to look, and as Nesbar say this, his voice cracks a little bit as he says it, because he sort of looks up at this guy who would be a good foot taller than Nesbar. And Nesbar is a big guy. Nesbar's over 6 foot himself. So this guy looks like a hulking giant, and the guy has big bustling muscles and these sort of tattoos all over his body. Like I said, how about you show me your pretty little sword?
I think I wanna step in here, if that's possible.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I'm just gonna flank Nesbar and say to the guy, "I'm pretty sure he told you to fuck off."
Okay, you can make your own intimidation check.
What kind of weapons does this guy have on him?
You can see that he has like a club, a large club that's strapped to his back. He hasn't got it out, he hasn't drawn it, but he's just sort of got his finger in Nesbar's face.
I want to try and pinch his club with Mage Hand.
Pinch his club with Mage Hand. Okay. Okay, so you're sort of facing him. You want to cast Mage Hand behind him?
Yep. Sleight of hand.
Hang on. What's it called?
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean.
Is it semantic?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So what do you say as you're casting it?
I go. What does he say? I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your sleight of hand.
That's my intimidation, by the way, 17.
17. Okay. Okay. Let me just make. So this will be a whiz check. Okay. So it was to see if he noticed that the club was like a contest against your mage hand. He didn't notice it, and as you said that to him, Drakon, he goes to reach for his club, and it's not there, and he sort of. I was just saying, I like your sword. I like your sword. It looks pretty. I was wondering if I could just have a little look at it, but that's fine. You can go about your day. Never mind. It was a pretty sword, that's all. And he starts to slowly back off. And you can see that there was a woman that was standing a little bit behind him who sort of furrows her brow a bit, and she's sort of ducking out and in, and then just sort of backs off as well. Yeah. Do you guys want to do anything else, or are you just going to let him walk away?
Well, I know what would happen if Nesbar was here.
Well, I mean, does someone want to play Nesbar? I don't know if I could do it justice. But
Did I not get his
DM,
club?
So, yeah. Hey?
Did I not get his club?
You did.
Right.
You've picked it up, and he hasn't noticed that you're
Okay,
holding
cool.
it with Mage Hand, and he's slowly backing away because he's realised he doesn't have it.
I want to put it down, like behind his feet.
Okay.
Tripping.
So he tripped.
Okay. Okay. As he's stepping backwards, he puts his foot on it, and it sort of rolls out from underneath him, and he falls back with a thud on the decking, and then falls backwards off the pier into the water with a big splash.
You just saved his life, I reckon, making him fall into the water.
The girl that you saw before sort of turns and runs back down to the sort of southwest. Sorry. You're noticing there's a few other people on the pier as well that sort of turn around and start walking away.
So I want to get his club and just piff it like with Mage Hand out to the water.
No worries. Does it have to make a strength check or something? How does that work with Mage Hand?
Because I've got Ledger Domain. Mage Hand. You can use your action to control a hand. You can use your hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door, or container, store or retrieve an item from that open container, or pull the contents of the vial. You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it.
Yeah, so I'll say that that's like an action, so you just...
Yeah.
It splashes out in the water, probably a good 25, 30 feet from where you are. You can hear some splashing around in the water at the bottom of the pier as well, where he fell down.
Sounds like a seal.
You really wanted to stab that guy, didn't you, Nesbar?
Fucking oath I did.
And you see Nesbar swing his two blades around and then sheath them again behind his back.
Nice.
There'll be plenty of sea devils to stab soon.
I fucking hope so.
It's no good.
That's a good Nesbar.
Oh, good Nesbar.
That's a great Nesbar. Yeah, let's walk back and see if we can get to the
Third hut on the left.
Cadrax on the left.
Welcome to Earth, third hut on the left.
Is that little white one?
It is.
Yeah,
It's this one just here. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty ugly looking little cabin, essentially. It looks like one of those self-service cabins that you'd see at like a caravan park. It's like with the barbecue out the front and the sort of fly wire screen that you can slide to the side. Yeah, pretty scrappy looking place. He's kept it well, but yeah, you can actually see him through the window as you approach. He hasn't noticed you though. So you're at
Knock.
Are we going to leave it at that, or are we going to talk to him?
Let's leave it.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Alright, we'll call it a night. Good job, guys.
It was exciting.
Kedrak.
2 hours.
Was it?
That was cool.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
I like that. I like to finally get some answers to what's going on with Pozu and why he's so shifty sometimes.
He's so shifty.
Makes sense now.
So shifty.
Alright, I reckon we'll call it there. Thanks, guys. I'm just going to stop the recording. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.